Hey y'all. Okay, so today we talking about oftentimes people give us advice and they be like, don't do this, don't do that, right? And we ain't already did it, right? We ain't already did that thing and we sitting in the consequences of that thing, right? So have you ever thought to yourself like, yeah, okay, you telling me what not to do, but I already did that. Can you tell me how to fix that? So that's what this video is about today, okay? That this video today is about you already sitting in the consequences of your mistakes, of your errors, of your ways, right? So we want to fix it, okay? We want to fix it. We not in the business of, okay, don't do this, don't do that. We listen. We was hard-headed. Okay, so now what happens is typically that mistake, somewhere along the lines, we lost ourselves in that mistake. Okay, so we want to talk about we didn't lost ourselves already, right? So the question is, how do you get back? How do you get back to that person you used to be before this thing happened, before this relationship happened, before this person happened, before this addiction happened, before this grief happened, before this pain happened, this trauma happened? How do we get back to who we was before that? Because before that we was man, we was somebody else, but we let the pain paralyze us. So we want to get back to where we was, or at least better than what we was. So, me, I lost myself a couple times, okay, and I just picked myself right on back up. But I didn't pick myself right on back up easily, okay. I had to pick myself right on back up with God, right? And especially like the last time, I was really broken, right? I was like, baby, I was in the gutter, okay? I was in the pit, okay? So the last time, God definitely had to guide me because I was like, I don't even know. Like I'm shocked I'm not on crack somewhere. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But I'm not, because I always understood that as long as you're breathing, it's always going to be problems. As long as you're breathing, it's always going to be trouble. It's going to be issues, right? It's going to be things you going to see. It's going to be experiences. It's going to be some trouble, right? So we want to know today how we picking ourselves back up after we lost ourselves. We done already made the mistake, baby. We already there. We just need to fix it. Just help me fix it. Okay. Okay. The first thing you want to do, you got to be aware you lost, right? You got to be aware something wrong. I'm not the same person. I'm not acting the same. I'm not doing the same things. I'm not feeling the same. Like, I'm not the same person, right? So, number one, you have to be aware of where you are. You have to be aware that you lost. You have to be aware something is wrong. Can't be Delulu. Ain't nothing wrong. I'm fine. I'm cool. No, can't be Delulu. Delulu don't get fixed. Delulu don't get fixed. Number two, you running on autopilot. You just moving, 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 moving. You just moving. All movement, you're not doing nothing. You just moving. Surviving is not living. There's two different things. You're surviving. You're going through life on autopilot, like whatever, whatever, whatever. No, you have to take some time, sit back, reflect, think about what's going on, and like, something wrong here. How do I fix it? Identify what made you lose yourself. Okay, you have to identify if you in a messed up relationship. What, like, you have to identify when did you lose yourself, what made you lose yourself, because this is definitely something you don't want to repeat. This is not a pattern that you want to go back to, and these are patterns that we easily fall back into. Okay, we easily go back to maybe you change the person and the person's name or whatever, but yet you fall into that same type of pattern and you wondering why you study running into the same type of people. Okay, so you want to make sure you identifying, what is this? What broke me? Why am, what, you got to identify that. Forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself is a must. You have to forgive yourself. And it's much easier said than done. I understand. I definitely get it, right? But this is one that I had, I wrestled with myself a couple times, right? And God, like, girl, listen, like, you're human, okay? Like, and it's just some things sometimes you don't know. And a lot of times we have to forgive ourselves, and a lot of times God had already forgave us. God, like, I already forgave you. You holding on to something that ain't even a factor, baby. We finna go much higher. So you gotta forgive yourself. You gotta understand that you are capable of making decisions, right? But only if you are really truly capable of making decisions. You have to build structure daily, okay? You have to build structure daily. Build structure daily, okay? Like, don't go a day. If you do, that's okay. But, it's just one day is okay, but it's really not. Okay, try not to go, try to every day do something. Whether you praying, you get some sort of structure, you get some sort of routine, to where maybe you doing some self-care routine, you doing some gratitude, whatever this is, you have to, when you trying to pick yourself up and you trying to find yourself, you're going to have to do a lot of self-care with yourself, okay? Oh, that's another area. Create a new vision for your life. Like, do you even have an old vision? Sometimes we holding on to an old raggedy vision. Okay, we need to get rid of that vision because we like, okay, this ain't gonna happen. So sometimes we gotta come up out of those Delulu stages and be like, okay, like this part over here ain't gonna happen. So maybe we need to get a new vision for ourselves. Okay. And like, if you don't have a new vision, if you don't even have an old vision, you like, I need to create a vision. Like, this is one of the books I have. It's called The Vision Vote, and it's like a whole bunch of pictures because we never see us inside. We never see us when we on social media and stuff like that. So this is like a one-stop shop for a vision board or a vision book. So make sure you got some goals about yourself. When you try to pick yourself up, that's very important to have some goals, what you want in life, what you want to do, to have some vision boards. Let me tell you this story. So one time I was going through I was at a dark period in my life, okay? And one of my friends had invited me to a vision board party, and at this vision board party, it was a whole bunch of females. I would say probably like 15 of them, and they was all black and Mexican and different whatever. And these women was going to be doctors, okay? Well, my friend invited me there to the vision board party, okay? We watched The Secret. Everything was going good, right? It was cool. And I'm kind of in the zone because, again, like I say, I'm going through something, okay? So my friend then invited me to this party, okay? And these girls, they going to be doctors, so they already think highly, like they already thinking maybe like they, some sort of superior. I don't know, right? Well, every time I would ask for something for the vision board, they would say somebody else is asking for it. They would give it to somebody else, or so-and-so asked first, okay? And I was like, Okay, so I quickly realized, like, I ain't new to this. I know this type of behavior, this type of catty behavior, this type of gang behavior, right? I'm from Chicago, right? I know this type of behavior when it comes to women, right? So every time I ask for something, oh, somebody else asks for it. So, mind you, okay, my friend did invite me there, right? She has invited me here to this vision board party, and I'm on something new. I'm on a whole different journey. I'm like, I'm like, I got some serious going on in my life. Like, I didn't come here to play. I'm coming to do a vision board, right? And like I say, they would give the stuff to somebody else or say somebody else. Do y'all know, out of those 15 girls who was there that night at that vision board party, who was being catty, who was passing up and giving the stuff to their friends and claimed that somebody else wanted it before me and all that stuff, I was the only one who left with a completed vision board that night. I was the only one, okay? The only one. What God got for you is for you, baby. Don't just tell you that story, but make sure you complete a vision board or a vision book or some sort of imagery, some sort of vision, have something, goals, something about yourself, okay? All right. Another thing, when it comes to you picking yourself back up, you lost yourself, okay? And it comes to you picking yourself back up, try new things, okay? Definitely try new things, okay? I'm telling you, try new things. This is how you're gonna see what you like. This is how you're gonna see what you don't like, okay? When you try new things, it's gonna open you up. You're like, okay, you'll get a clarity like, oh, I like that, right? And now you got something new to try, right? Or something new to do, something new to taste, whatever, something new to eat, whatever it is, something new. It's gonna be exciting. It is. I'm telling you, trust me. Don't be a person who don't want to try new things. If you're gonna be a person who don't want to try new things, that's just gonna be, don't be that person. And the last one I'm going to say, when it comes to finding yourself, do a lot of writing. Do a lot of writing. People think they can keep things in their head, and maybe they can, you know what I mean? And maybe they want to keep things in their head. But if you want to flip this pain to purpose, if you really want to take it from pain to purpose, you really want to pick yourself up, because you're not going to be able to talk to everybody. You're not going to be able to get those emotions out. There's some things you're not going to be able to understand. So you want to write a lot. You're going to definitely want to write a lot. I'm telling you. And organize it later. You don't worry about organization now. You worry about organizing it later. I wrote for I don't know how many years. I just really literally wrote. And then now I just look up and I got all these systems and all these frameworks and all these books. And I'm like, eee. Oh, I said that was going to be the last one, but this one's going to be the last one. You can't worry about what people think about you. Like, if you worry or you care about what people, most of the people is miserable in this world. So you got to understand, most of the people is following somebody else right off the cliff. Most of the people are followers. So you really have to understand, like, you got to be like when you going on a journey and you picking yourself back up, you got to not care what people say, because most of the people that you get your opinions from, they should not be talking. And you let these people just mess your head up, and these people should not be talking. So you got to get to a place where you don't really care what people say, especially when you on your healing journey with God, like, especially. So yeah. Okay, so that was things that you need to do if you have lost yourself. Because again, I know everybody tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do blah, 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 blah. You didn't already did. You like, okay, look, listen, tell me how to fix it. Okay, so again, if that's you, text the word BUILT, join the community, text the word BUILT to 630-863-3142. If that's you, again, text the word BUILT to 630-863-3142. too.